exciting matches, but I do want to bid farewell to all the teams here in the wildcards because they have been given their best. To be fair, it's a very tough competition, and we do have to bid farewell to few of the teams who won't make it to the main stage.
Yes, for all of you, just to let you guys freshen up, we have 8 teams here. 8 teams competing, but only 1 team will get a final ticket to go to the M6. We have Group A, Group B. We'll be showing you guys the graphics a little bit later, where again, the top of each group will face against each other for the grand finals. Winner goes to M6. And for now, experience the thrill of gaming in real life at Kadia Gaming's and Esport District. Every detail is a celebration of play and entertainment. Thank you very much, Kadia Gaming, for supporting the wildcard as well as M6. And again, just like Adin has talked about, and well, me as well, teams, there's only 1 spot for each group, and then afterwards, grand final team goes to the M6. So teams that loses any game, honestly, has very little chance of actually making it to the next round.
I think this is the fun part. This is the beauty of MLBB as well. It can be very punishing, but at the same time, it can be very exciting as well. I mean, of course, in the next future or in the near future, we do have that Swiss round stage that is going to be very interesting. But for the wildcard stage, I feel like you cannot help anything back. You have to let everything go. You have to bring out the best, your ace cards as well to be able to qualify for M6.
Right now we got to look at the standings to really show everyone where everyone is sitting at. And of course, looking at Group A, Ulhanar as well as Dianfen Yaguai is looking good with victories. However, Ulhanar looks a little bit better with no losses when Dianfen Yaguai, they won, but they won with a 2-1. For Group B, Incilio as well as RRQ Akira are looking very strong, but between those two, personally for me, Incilio look a little bit better. The way that they play is very calculated. It doesn't look like they make mistakes. Heck, they make opponents make mistakes.
I think that's the best part about Incilio, right? To be able to make or force your opponent to make that mistakes and being an advantage to you as well. Being the top of the group with 1 more win could qualify them to the next stage, to the grand stage for the wildcard. But the Mongols have their work cut out for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now we got to look at the schedule. We have 4 best of 3s for today. We're starting off with the Mongols going up against Incilio. Afterwards, Tianfeng Yaoguai going up against GK Esports. And in the final 2 matches, Ulhanar going up against Nightmare. And the final match, it is going to be RRQ Akira going up against Legion Esports. And again, if you guys are looking at the schedule, we have teams like Mongols, GK, Nightmare, and Legion Esport that has lost yesterday. Losing 1 more time kind of solidifies that they won't be able to go to M6. If they win, they might be able to force the tiebreaker.
That's why today is considered as elimination day as well, because for those teams who did not or were not able to get any points in the first day, right now it's a very I would say a mountain of a battle for them. Got a lot to do. Got to lock in as well to be able to get at least a victory, to be able to create that momentum. But then again, as I mentioned, momentum is a real thing. The first day, if you lost 2 games, your momentum is way down right now.
Yeah, right now, honestly, I want to talk about the 2 teams starting off. We got Mongols going up against Incilio. We want to talk about Mongolia as a region. Honestly, MLBB scene there is growing. But the thing is, what I heard is that the players do have nervousness when they're on stage, and I can't blame them. Out of all the regions here, Mongolia definitely does not have a lot of experience, especially the boys here representing the Mongols, where I get it. Going up against all these big teams, you got to keep your emotions in check, and they haven't done that just yet.
I mean, being good at the game is part of the battle as well, but mentally preparing for the offline stage, a big event such as M6 wildcard, is another different thing. And I hope like the Mongolian region take this as a big opportunity for them to even grow even further, right? Right now, yes, there might not be a lot of tournaments within the country, but I do hope this could be a massive stepping stone for the Mongolian region to be able to improve further.
And I'm talking about EECA. They just finished Season 4 of MCC, and the scene is growing steadily. And looking at how they play, I really feel like they can compete against most Southeast Asian teams because, again, the way that they play, micro, you know, their mechanics is absolutely amazing. But the way they move around the map, it looks like they have a better fundamental idea of what is really important in the game, because every single time they look like they're starting a fight, they're not really starting a fight. They're just having false engages and then hoping for enemy to take the bait. So honestly, Incilio is one of those teams, that does well against teams that's very aggro. So I really like their play style, and I wonder if they have anything else instead of just false engages all the time.
We talk about meta all the time, right? And we talk about how the Southeast Asian teams are following the current metas. And I like how Insilio, I wouldn't necessarily breaking the meta, but playing a bit of a different style. As you mentioned, punishing fast-moving team or fast-tempo team. That could be one of their styles. And honestly, if let's say they make it to M6, they could be the dark horse.
Right now, we got to talk about heroes here, because here in the wild card, so far, it hasn't been all that wild yet. But this is a report for you guys. Cho is definitely a hot pick here. 6 wins in 6 games, 100% win rate. Same can be said about Lu Yi, though it's half the games. Aurora, Harif, as well as Suyo. Suyo has been nerfed, and personally for me, the nerf, you can definitely feel it when you're going into the neutral objectives, because the burst damage from the second skill is not as high as before, but still looking very good with 62.5% win rate, Harif 66, and Aurora, crazy. 5 wins in 6 games, 83% win rate.
I like to talk about the Cho, right? I mean, 6 wins out of 6 games, and 2 of them have been used on the EXP side.
Yeah.
4 of them has been used on the roam side. How flexible Cho is in any available metas out there.
Yeah.
Cho could be a very, I would say, it's like a plug and play, right? No matter what kind of style you want to play, what kind of momentum you want to use, Cho would always fit in any kind of draft and in any kind of situation.
Yeah, you know, honestly, like, whoever designed Cho, you know, props to you, man. Like I said, he can survive anything. He can be in any situation. He can be played as a tank. He can be played as a damage dealer.
Yep.
Honestly, split pusher as well. Other than that, Lu Yi definitely showed that in terms of macro play, absolutely amazing. And Aurora, even though not a lot of people are all that big on Aurora, but looking at the control that she is able to dish out, honestly amazing. In fact, yesterday we had a play of the day where Reaper was the one with the Aurora able to steal away the Lord, and that was an amazing play by the guy. Definitely game winning. So we got to see. Maybe Insila will pick that up again today, but of course, it all depends on the draft.
I would like to see more mages out there. As we know, Cyclops has been quite good of recent. Veil is quite good as well. All these kind of like burst capability of mages. We haven't seen Farsa as much of yet, Eve as much of yet, so I would like to see more variety.
To be fair, Eve gets banned. So Eve is for sure pretty strong. It's just that she always gets banned, you know. Like
alongside with Chip as well.
Yeah, no. Oh, people are letting him go to Chip.
Oh, okay.
And people are not picking up the Chip. I mean, like, okay, I get it. Okay, I tried out Chip in rank. Very strong hero, a lot of damage. The only problem with Chip is that you can't front line with the Chip anymore. You kind of have to go around the map. You got to flank and then use your teleport to bring people to the mages or the marksman. So the way that you play the Chip is a little bit more different now that the tankiness is not there.
I think it's similar to how you're going to play like a Lu Yi, very macro as well. You need to rely on your team, the communication as well. How would you want to set up your fights? It's either you're going to play from front to back or back to front. But most likely with a Chip, similar to a Lu Yi, you would want to play back to front.
Yeah, something like you want to play at an off angle. But now, again, talking about the games here today, first game of the day, we got to look at Encilio going up against their team. Now, the ideal preparation, we got a quote here from Coach G. What I like about the players is their willingness to admit mistakes and adapt. Even when there's negative feedback, they use it to improve. Everyone knows how to play now. What sets a team apart is how one gives them ideas. That's why I would like to thank those who help us scrim, especially the M6 representatives from the Philippines. And honestly, we can see in their gameplay, it makes a lot of sense if they take a lot of inspiration from the Philippines, because they rarely make mistakes and they know how to force mistakes from everyone else.
I like to point out the willingness to admit mistakes. Not everyone are able to admit when they did anything wrong. To be able to admit it and to be able to recover from it is definitely a big thing. And as you mentioned, Lafel, taking inspiration as well from the M6 representative, especially from Philippines, is a big factor for them, how they improve themselves as a player, as a team as well, being able to perform at the highest level for now. And I really would like, of course, honestly, I would like 2 teams to be able to make it to M6 from wildcard, but there's only one. If it happens to be Incilio, I would like to see more from them. What is in store by this team.
No, honestly, like they have a very good chance here because you just watched the play of the day, which is Reaper on that Aurora, able to steal away the Lord, swap the items very fast and make sure that he survived the engagement. Look at this. It looks like they want a fight, but while they're moving forward, they're moving backwards as well. They're putting they're putting enemy team into their own box. And I was actually watching a different clip there. But anyways, they know how to manipulate the team fight.
Yep.
They set something up so that everyone gets inside a box. They immediately form a box around the opponent. And then once they're trapped, there's no way for you to run, and you just got to take free damage. So honestly, Incilio, props to the coach. The coach is doing an amazing job because the team is playing like a fine oil machine.
I agree. I mean, would you say that they take kiting to a next level?
Oh yeah, for sure.
How they be able to manipulate those team fights, as you mentioned. They look like they want to start a fight, but somehow backing off, but at the same time dishing out good amount of damage as well. It's not easy to be able to teach as well as to practice those kind of team fights.
I have it. The winds of Incilio.
That could be the
Like again, they play like water. They play like the wind. They're very fluid. They move the opponents into a direction where they can have an advantage. I love how they play that way. Like the macro is so incredible. But that is on Incilio. Right now we gotta move on because now we gotta talk about the lineups for both teams, and we gotta talk about the Mongols here. Rinix K, Shinlin, Mikey, Zetsu, as well as Bankai. Again, these players are amazing when it comes to the mechanics. They understand the macro as well. They just have to calm themselves down. They got to play on stage with a lot of confidence.
I agree. I mean, a bit more experience within these players, I think they could go far, but what have they shown so far? I think it's a good foundation. It's a good momentum to build upon for the Mongols. And right now, it's a do or die match for them. Just let everything out and no regrets.
Yeah. Rinix K really needs to step up for this one because yesterday, a lot of mistakes. But now we got to talk about Incilio. Don't, Lovely, Reaper, Justinian, as well as Maniac. And again, in terms of outstanding plays, I gotta say everyone on this squad is outstanding. Don't, Lovely, Reaper, Maniac, Justinian, every single one. I don't have a single person that say, oh yeah, this guy is scary. No, everyone is doing their jobs.
I mean, with Reaper getting the play of the day yesterday, could get another one today. Depends on the momentum, depends on how the team plays together, synergize well together. But yeah, props to the coach as well to be able to bring all these 5 soldiers onto the battlefield and to be able to give out good results so far in the wildcard stage.
Yeah, again, shout outs to Coach G. But now I want to talk about the Mongols here because for them to go up against Incilio, there's a lot of adjustments that they need to do because in terms of, like I said, Incilio, the wins of Incilio, they force the enemy to be in a position where they want them to be. And the Mongols, they play very aggressive, but to their own detriment. Like, they put themselves in tough situations where I feel like Incilio will punish a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a lot to improve further, of course, but you can only take what's in front of you. And right now, Incilio is in front of them. So whatever they have done for yesterday's matches or scrims, they have to let it out now on the battleground. Just now you did mention about the wins of Incilio, right?
Yeah.
A bit of fun fact. Incilio literally means to leap upon in Latin.
Leap upon?
Or to attack in Latin. So, I mean, it's mentioned here, are they going to be a hyper-aggressive team? Not necessarily.
Not, like, yes and no. They're aggressive, but not hyper, not unnecessary.
I agree.
I think that's the one. They're not unnecessarily aggressive. But now we jump into the first draft of the day here in the wild card. It looks like Incilio will be on the first pick. Mongols will be on the second pick, which for now, fun fact, here in the wild cards, team in the second pick, 66% win rate. We'll see how that translates later when we go to the Swiss stage. But now let's look at the bans here. Eve, Fanny has been banned out by Coach G, and Coach Buyo has banned out the Jushin as well as Gato Kacha, where both Jushin as well as Fanny, 100% ban rate.
I mean, again, can't see both of these heroes on the wildcard stage. To be fair, I would want to see a Farsa could be picked up here, as one of the first few pickups, but
I love Farsa, but I don't know, man. so far, the wildcard teams haven't been that wild just yet. You know, they're like, whatever the matter was a few weeks ago, we're sticking with it, because once you see the once you see the picks, a lot of the nerfed heroes are still being picked up, and you know, to be fair, they do good.
It could be day one nerfs.
Yeah, it could be day one nerfs. Yeah,
just trying to pick up something much more comfortable for them to be able to play with. So that's why the Chow, the Auroras, you've been seeing quite a lot and doing quite well as well. I mean, 100% win rate so far in the wildcard stage. For the side of the Mongols right now, the last ban before we move on to the first pick, the Chow is gonna get banned out. I mean, they also know the stats. They also know the numbers right now.
Yeah, in Celio, they were amazing yesterday with the Matilda, but looks like they're picking up the, oh my god, how can I forget about the Hilda? Hilda picked up, and now Coach Buyo picking up the Khalid as well. Again, very flex. You can put in Roam, you can put in EXP, but if he's in the EXP, let me tell you, this Hilda is not going to allow him to move around the map.
From an amateur standpoint, in ranked games, I played Hilda against Khalid.
Yeah.
I bullied the Khalid.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Hilda is too
strong.
Too strong.
You can out-heal the Quicksand Guard just by staying in the bush. And you can kind of out-damage the Quicksand Guard as well. So if this Khalid is going to go up against the Hilda, it's going to be a tough battle for the Khalid, man.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you there. Something that has been buffed recently, that a lot of teams are experimenting to deal with the Hilda is Fredrin in the EXP.
Okay.
So far, no one has picked it up just yet. And there you go, the fun fact that you mentioned. Encilio literally means to leap upon or attack in Latin. It's the sign that it will be hyper-aggressive. Not hyper-aggressive, but it's enough. But now, moving into the draft here, Coach Buyo has picked up the Khalid as well as the Alpha. Very strong front lines, maybe able to deal with the Hilda, but again, it's maybe. Encilio, Coach G picking up the Beatrix quite early. However, you know, I can respect that. Beatrix is amazingly strong right now.
I don't mind at all, especially pairing up with the Loui as well. Could teleport her back onto the back line to be able to dish out a good amount of damage and to be able to avoid confrontation against the Alpha as well as the Khalid right now. Yes, Mongols have good frontliners, but they need to be able to dish out tons amount of damage, especially against the Hilda with the heal, with the shield that she has as well. So I'm not too sure. I'm looking somewhere along the lines of a Nathan right now, or maybe is it too early?
I'm even thinking of something to punish the Hilda. Maybe possibly something like a Tigreal, picking up the Tigreal early, because if not, then it's most probably going to get banned out. Honestly, for Mongols, they don't have an answer for the Hilda. In terms of damage, they can damage the Hilda with the Alpha, but someone has to keep the Hilda there, because very experienced Hilda players, they don't use their first skill to charge in and deal damage and to chase someone. They use it to escape. So they need some kind of lockdown, and they have it with this Aurora. I can see the logic behind the draft coming in from Mongols, looking very good. I would say between them and Encilio looks like more of a specialized draft where the Mongols is following the meta.
I'm just worrying about pacing right now, because looking at the Mongols lineup, right, you have Alpha, you have Khalid, you have Aurora, and you need to be able to land your skills. And to be able to land your skill, you would hope that the opponent has very low mobility kind of hero. Hilda is not that low mobility. She has her own dash. Loui, again, can be able to teleport from front to back, and she can hide in the bushes really well. She won't show her face too much, and the positioning of Loui will be at the back line. So Mongols would definitely have to bait out the positioning of Encilio, and that could be quite hard, because we've seen in the first day how Encilio plays. Back and front, kiting is very good. Just manipulating the team fight is so, I would say, a specialty of Encilio. So Mongols right now, it's a bit tough. It's doable, but it's a bit tough.
Right now, looking at the bans here, Suyo has been banned out, same as the Bruno. Looks like the Mongols, they are targeting Justinian in the jungle. However, knowing Justinian, he has a lot. His hero pool is very deep. He can still go for the Nolan, he can still go for the Joy, and the like. So a lot of options still for Encilio. Mongols right now, they got to ban out. In my personal opinion, I kind of feel like the Nolan is a pretty good ban here, and they're the ones that ban out the Tigreal. So now it's on Encilio. if they want to get rid of long-range marksmen here, honestly, the Natan is not a bad shot at it.
Yeah, I mean, the Nathan, again, in general, there aren't many magical defense items to be able to withstand, to be able to, you know, protect against a Nathan. So that's why I would opt to go for the Nathan up against this Incilio's lineup. To be fair, I don't know if they are comfortable enough to play that. You could go somewhat of a safer pick, something like a Curry could be an option. A bit slow, but I think you would be able to follow up against an Alpha or a Khalid as well.
Yeah, still a pretty solid pickup here as well. Looking at the Mongols, they're still hiding where this Khalid is going. It could go to the EXP, could go in roam position. Like you said, Adine, if it goes to the EXP, he's not going to have a good time going up against the Hilda. The Mongols can still hide it by picking up their marksman here. Honestly, still quite a bit of picture. They used the 1-1 as well as Melissa yesterday. But they're picking up the Granger. This is a debut pick. Has been buffed, has been revamped, in fact. But so far, no teams has picked it. Mongols will be the first one.
Nice. You did mention about a long range damage, right? I mean, Granger fits that to a T right now to be able to deal at a very maximum range. Doesn't need to come near with them, so it really depends. But Granger, one thing that I've noticed, is a very momentum-based kind of a hero. You need to be able to get the momentum early on to be able to use Granger effectively. And looking at Incilio, good shout out with the Joy pick.
Yeah.
Something much more comfortable for them to be able to use. Again, a lot of dashes, very hard to catch. So this is what I'm afraid for the Mongols. Can the Aurora catch the Joy? Can the Khalid catch the Loyi? Can the Alpha catch the Hilda?
They need some kind of catch here, someone to stop the Joy, because the Joy is going to be very difficult for both Aurora as well as Granger to deal by themselves. I'm not even against a Kaja here. Something to slow them down, someone to catch, because they have the damage. They just need some kind of catch. And their final pick here is going to be the Barat. So this Khalid is going to the wrong position. So their playmaker is going to be Bankai. Bankai is going to be the one to numb them up and then push them somewhere else and hoping to get a kill.
I like this. I like this pickup. The last pick for the Barats, because yes, you can't catch them all, but you can catch at least one of them, right? And with Barats, you could punish the Joy, you could punish the Hilda. Just straight up, if you see Hilda up front, eat her up, and then just kill her. And then immediately it's gonna be a 5 versus 4 in the team fight.
There you go, folks. This is gonna be the first game of the day. Incilio going up against the Mongols. Now we have a debut by Renex K with the Granger. This is going to be the first Granger in the wild card. Will it be able to actually knock down Incilio to the ground, or will Incilio keep on with their aggression, showing attack? This is our welcome to the Land of Dawn.
Welcome to the Land of Dawn, ladies and gents. This is gonna be the first match of day 2 wildcard stage. The Mongols up against Incilio. It's a do or die match for the Mongols right now, and the Barat is gonna go up against the Hilda. Should be able to, I would say 50-50, but I'm still leaning towards Hilda because, I mean, such a good hero nowadays.
Oh yeah, honestly, very good hero. However, I have not been using the Barats at the EXP for quite a while now, so I'm not incredibly sure about the movements here. But now for you guys at home, the M6 Pass is available from the 18th of November all the way to the 29th of December. Complete all active tasks during the event to reach level 75 for free. Get amazing rewards, including Claude's Battle Emote, MC's Glory Avatar Border, Boxia's Battle Emote, and the new special skin, Boxia Dauntless Shield, for free. Claude's MC exclusive skin, Challenger Spark, Prime Skin, Cosmic Blaze, M6 exclusive, Claude figurine, Claude Sacred Statue. Everything there is for you guys. Just make sure you guys get to level 75.
Correct, right there. So, back into the game right now. First minute mark, of course, there aren't gonna be a lot of aggressive gameplay by both of these teams. Both of these teams need to be able to get level 4, the first item as well, and of course, the first turtle.
Very interesting here. I'm looking at 2 war cries coming in from the Edith as well as the Luyi. So looking like they want to do a little bit more damage here. And looking at the Granger. So the Granger is going for Trill, Weapon Master, and yeah, looks like he's just wanting full-on damage. He's not looking for a movement speed or a defense. With the Impure Rage as well.
I mean, this could go back to their own name, right? Being hyper-aggressive. this could be the playstyle of Insilo right now for this particular match. They know that they do have the upper hand in terms of their draft, but Reaper right now taking a good amount of damage. That is not what you want from the Loyi.
Yeah, so far Shenlin is doing quite good at actually harassing the Luyi. The Luyi is stuck at level 3, and the Luyi has to go back, so probably gonna miss an entire minion wave. The Mongols, the mid duo, is doing quite good, and now they are controlling the turtle here.
I mean, this could be a free turtle for Mongols with the crowd control that they have, but Maniac is trying to make a move right now.
Oh, Justinian looks on Zetsu. Zetsu secures the turtle, and right now Maniac is in the front line. Shinley immediately goes on to Reaper, and now Lovely wants to continue the fight, but looks like the Mongols are escaping. They're happy with just the turtle.
I like how they play that. The Mongols, they know that they do have the upper hand in terms of team fight with the ultimate that they have, but for now, Shenlin.
Yeah, Shenlin is all alone going up against Reed, but the flicker makes sure that Shenlin doesn't actually get executed there.
Okay, good by the Mongols. Good start by them. Winning those fights, winning the neutral objective is good for them because they are very strong in terms of team fight, right? I mean, they do have the Aurora, they have the Alpha, they have the Khalid. 3 crowd control skills that be able to lock down Maniac or to lock down Justinian just now. But as I mentioned, and the Barretts did that as well. You see the Hilda up front, just use the Detona's Welcome, eliminate her immediately, and then you can win the next team fight because you have the upper hand in terms of 5 versus 4, and that is what they did. Although they did not get the kill, but the idea is there by the Mongols.
Yeah, right now, honestly, the Mongols are playing quite well. They're playing very passively, but in a controlled way. They're not overextending. They're not making any silly mistakes. Don't. Looks like first item priority is going to be the Malefic Gun instead of the Blade of Despair. So looking like the matchup against the Granger here, probably a losing matchup, opting for more range.
I don't mind that at all. I mean, to be able to play safe at a distance, right? That could be the idea for Don't. Not wanting to confront immediately because, I mean, Granger do smack upon anyone on that lane as well with their skill set. So right now, Don't is just being able to survive. I mean, mitigating any particular risk so far.
Yeah, the Rhapsody is Shnashty from RenXK. But now looking at a turtle, so far it does look like the Mongols. They're positioned a little bit better around the turtle here. Zetsu, Bankai, as well as Meiki is there to make sure that if anyone wants to challenge this, they can fight back. Bankai, first item priority, is the Thunderbelt, and he's going to be stacking that real soon. Turtle has been start up by Zetsu here.
No contest at all right now. I mean, yes, Maniac and Lovely is there, but they aren't able to do anything. They just have to witness Zetsu again in getting that second turtle so far. I mean, right now, they are kind of like focusing on Justinian as well as Dawn to be able for them to get the itemization for the Beatrix as well as the Joy, and waiting for the right opportunity to be able to pounce on the Mongols. So far, from the Mongols, playing it quite passive, just focusing on the neutral objective so far is the idea for them, but...
Oh, diversion onto RenXK, and there's nothing he can do. First blood for Dawn.
Being patient is not punishing, right? Being patient can be a bless, can be a virtue as well. But Detona's Welcome.
Yep, Daytona's Welcome onto one member of Incilia, but looks like Justinian is able to run away with the electrifying beats. And right now, Meiki trying to get the kill with the basic attack. He gets it, and now they're able to get Maniac as well.
I mean, 2 for 1, that could go the side of Mongols right now. Yes, their marksman was being taken care of on the top side, but the reaction, the timing for them to be able to counter-engage back on the bot side, making them, I would say, a bit on top right now for the Mongols.
Yeah, honestly, very good reactions coming in from the Mongols, able to take down Justinian as well as Maniac is looking very good for them. 1.3k gold lead ahead. They were able to get the bottom turret. In the meantime, Incilia as well, taking advantage of taking down RenXK, they were able to take top. So for now, sure, Mongols have more kills, but in terms of trade, it looks pretty even now.
Yeah, I mean, at the 6-minute mark, RenXK just gonna focus on the top side, manage to get the top side, and right now they're gonna rotate back to the mid. I think that would be the next focus. But Incilia right now, a bit too passive for my liking, right? I mean, they're not using their ultimate as well yet. I mean, yes, they used once by Reaper and they got a kill at top. But I would like to see more, a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, no, I hear you for now. And Celio, again, they're being very passive, but now diversion, no one is going to take it. The turtle has spawned. It looks like the Mongols, they're going to be getting this turtle. Lovely as well as Reaper is down in front. Looking like they want to catch Bankai. but Lovely flickered in onto Zetsu. Zetsu is taking a little bit of damage, but Renex K able to get a kill, but Justinian grabs the turtle. Bankai able to take down a Lovely, and now Justinian is gonna run away from Bankai. Overall, right now, Mongols, even with their loss, they want to move forward. They want to get this mid lane turret, and they're gonna get it.
Yeah, they don't mind at all. Losing that turtle, it doesn't matter to them.
What?
But whoa!
What?
What was that rage?
Dude, that was good from Zetsu. He caught Justinian sleeping. It's like Justinian tried to get a kill onto the Alpha, but the Alpha charge just pulled him all the way to his team.
I had a big question on how the Mongols gonna catch Justinian, and I guess my
Yeah,
question was answered right there with the Alpha charge. Right on a point, as they were about to take that mid turret, they also got the life of Justinian. 5 for 1 at the 7-minute mark. 2K goal lead by the Mongols. This is quite surprising by the Mongols right now. Again, do or die, it doesn't matter for them. They are stepping up.
Yeah, right now, Lovely being in the front lines. Bankai still having the flicker. He used it on the Hilda. And right now they're dealing the damage. Maniac's gonna take him down, but Bankai Zetsu misses the spear of Alpha. And it looks like that's all they're gonna get. So far, Bankai has been the playmaker for the Mongols.
I like the flicker, I like the aggression as well, both by Bankai as well as Shenlin right there. They know the targets are clumped up in one particular area and they all dove in and managed to get a kill. And right now the Mongols are kind of in the driving seat right now. 2.7k goal lead, almost reaching 3k. In Celio, I would say they are caught off guard somehow.
Oh yeah, they were.
Yeah, I mean a bit too passive so far. Yes, the Divergent have came in from Reaper, but so far only 1 kill in what, 8 minutes of gameplay.
I would say it's because of Shenlin, right? Shenlin so far, as this Khalid roam, is able to move around the map and actually spotting out in Celio. Always understanding where Lovely is, where Reaper is, so that nothing is really a big surprise for them. So I kind of feel like shout-outs to the roamer from the Mongols, actually making this macro play from the Mongols possible. Looks like Incilio wants that bottom turret, and look at that. Look at the roamer. Look at Shenlin. He's having eyes on the movement of Incilio. I'm not so sure how he understands how Incilio moves around the map, but he's doing a good job. He's always there, knowing where they are.
Yeah, at least gives out the vision, having the information as well. Is the Divergent have been used or not? That could be a vital key point for the Mongols to plan out their next move. Maniac, first item priority would be the anti-Keras right now. Yes, a good item, but Renex.
Justinian, electrifying beat, trying to get him, but Zetsu is there. Zetsu saves him. Killing spree with the spear of Alpha. That was so surprising. Renex K has no HP left.
With a slither of health, Renex K be able to survive right there. And to be fair, Justinian had to do that. He had to take the opportunity to try and get a kill, and unfortunately just not his day right now. 7 and 1, 10-minute mark. Yes, the first slot was taken care of on the top side, but look at the map control the Mongols have right now.
Let me just say, this might be the Casa Curse or whatever, man. Like we were talking about Celia, but look at the Mongols. The Mongols are showing up. They're looking like the ones that can win game number 1 against Incilio. Incilio is the one that looks like they're trying to look for opportunities to fight back, but they don't have the opportunity just yet.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the item build as well, Granger 1 item ahead of the Beatrix, the Khalid having the Radiant armor to be able to withstand the Loyi as well as the Edith. Looking at the Alpha, very tanky as well with the Winter Crown to be able to use it very effectively, very aggressively. And honestly, for the side of Incilio, other than Justinian only would have the good amount of damage to be able to deal upon the Mongols and to be able to survive. But hey, I mean,
yeah, look at the goal difference here. Look at the goal difference for the EXP. That's the biggest goal gap so far among all the players here. Looking at the goal gap in gold, it's pretty big as well, but the biggest is definitely the EXP. 4,000 gold for Maniac. First item in 9 minutes. I understand he wants to build components first, but that's a pretty late first item priority by Maniac.
And normally you would want to prioritize the Thunderbelt and to be able to stack it up immediately, right? And if this game goes until 20, 25 minutes, that could be good. But right now, the diversion
Nah.
not showing
Oh,
themselves
Renek's
yet. They
K.
know, they
Open
know,
the
they
map. Oh, they
know!
know! Oh, and then he charges in, finds 3, and now Lovely trying to escape. Reaper is so low, Lovely as well. Shannon is in front line. Renek's K gets the kill. Zetsu goes in with alpha charge, and now goes on to Don't. Don't moves back in, and Don't gets taken out. Triple kill
Hey,
for
Justinian.
Renek's K, and now Bankai with the killing spree. Justinian is the only one alive for Incilio. The Mongols are gonna look for him. You know what? It's only Shenlin. Shenlin is making sure that he delays his recall.
Oh no. Justina is gonna have a very hard time to get back, and this could allow the Mongols to take the first inhibitor turret on the mid side. But can we just rewind back on how they knew Incilio was in that particular bush? The instinct that they have, like something is not right. All the lanes, everyone is missing right now.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet here. And yeah, like Renek's K, like you can actually say it's his discipline, and this is one of the things that make Granger such a good gold laner nowadays. When you get the stacks, you can spam your Death Sonata, you can spam your Rhapsody. He can open up the map, and once you see him there, Shenlin dives in, grabs 4. That was an amazing way for you to use a Granger, using the utility come late game. Looking at itemization here as well, looks like Renek's K is building this Granger, because Granger again is skill-based hero, so pumping all those basic stats here, making sure that there's a lot of physical attack.
Yeah, right now a lot is on the mid side, and the Mongols is gonna focus on both inhibitor turrets on top as well on the bot side. But right now the bot side, there's no minion. Incilio would have not much of a difficult time to be able to clear that Lord, but the next wave is gonna come immediately after. The Mongols are gonna focus on the bot side, having the next item for Miki just now. Wishing Lantern is just gonna pump up even more magical damage against Incilio. 1-0-8 for this Aurora. So far, has been outstanding.
Dean, it's been about, like, look at the Mongols. Right now hovering around 9,000. 9,000 gold difference for the Mongols here. And what is this? A War Axe on Renek's K. I haven't been playing a lot of Granger, man, but I have not seen a War Axe. Like, this could be the item build for a Granger now. I don't know, but this is very interesting. Like, I feel like all of the Granger players are watching, and they're asking questions like, is this the new build? Is this the meta build? Or is this just a Renek's K thing?
It could be both. It could be both. It could also be an item that you just pick up once you're well up ahead, right? To be able to pump up even more basic attack. You know, there's a bit of movement speed on that item as well to be able to run away from Joy, Justinian just now, focusing on Granger himself. So, not too sure. We shall see how does it affect. But honestly, at this point of time, having 8.5k gold lead, 11 kill to 1, good map control. Any item I wouldn't be, questioning about whatever he builds right now.
Right now, Renek's K, the only defensive item that he really has is the Rose Gold Meteor, because his only threat is Justinian. Looking at the stacks here, 678 stacks. He killed, like, I don't know how many minions at this point with 678 stacks. He can use Rhapsody, or like, look at his energy. It barely goes down. And this is why I'm seeing themes going for gold lane instead of the jungle, because in the jungle you get the stacks slowly, but as a gold laner you saw it at 15 minutes in, almost 700 stacks.
That could be a very good case on why you should put Granger on the gold lane right now, to be able to farm those stacks as efficiently as possible. 15-minute mark. The third Lord, if I'm not mistaken right now, is up upon us on the top side. Incilio not moving an inch, but right now moving forward is Lovely. Bankai just gonna flicker away from the onward use by the ED.
Yeah, he's gonna be very careful there. Renan Dope with the Renner snipe, not hitting onto anyone, checking the bushes here. Looking at the Mongols as well, they're not forcing the Lord. They're still controlling the waves. Incilio, they're in a bit of a trouble because the top side at mid, oh, look at Renek's K just pumping damage with the Rhapsody, and Shenlin is trying to get an angle. And Renek's K with the Death Sonata as well. What is Incilio gonna do? How are they gonna come in? Looking at the flanks area, they were able to get down Bankai, and now Miki at the back, Maniac, trying to split them up. Insilio, they're winning this matchup around the Lord. The Mongols are still on it, looking at Maniac. Maniac goes in, looking at the Lord. Zetsu still gets it. Zetsu able to control the Lord. And now, using the Witch of Crown, Maniac gets taken down by Shenlin. The Mongols win it all. Zetsu had to use his immortality, but it's still fine. RenXK flickers forward, not gonna get anyone with the Rhapsody.
If he flickered forward with energy as well right there, could be able to use the Death Sonata, the Rhapsody as well, to get at least one more kill from the side of Mongols right there. But honestly, that was a very, very good timing of retribution by Zetsu, and also not getting caught up by the Hilda or any particular stunts that is available for Insilio to be able to get that Lord was very, very good by Zetsu. But right now, how are they going to use this Lord? Or is it going to be, again, another defensive capability by Insilio?
Well, Death Sonata all the way, just trying to pump as much damage as he can. The Lord has been taken care of. Insilio has made sure that the Lord doesn't enter the base. Justinian tried to get onto RenXK. However, unable to really stick on him and really use the electrifying beats. Bankai eats one member, and looks like Lovely is the one that got caught. Lovely is gonna get taken down, but no, he actually went for it. No! Gets a shutdown, but Bankai gets Lovely. Maniac is taken down as well, and now the Mongols, they're still looking at the base. The base is hovering around half HP. 4 members here, but looks like they can't force it. Insilio clears out the minion waves.
I like how the Mongols play that. Very disciplined, very good communication. But right now, Shenlin, gotta be careful.
Taking a lot of damage. The Justinian isn't gonna force it. RenXK flanks to the side and able to help double kill for Miyake. And now they've ended the game. Mongols wins against Insilio.
When their backs up against the wall, they bounce back. They pounce back with aggression, with their own dignity as well, right there. And that Granger pickup, honestly, that is the difference maker right there. Being able to farm up really, really well, effectively, efficiently as well. And look at the damage that he pumped out at the last moment of the game.
Yeah, honestly, looking at the reactions coming in from Insilio, they look stunned. They are not sure what they were supposed to do in that matchup. I gotta say, props to the Khalid, because he's able to slow down the rotation so much. But yeah, the poking damage from the Rhapsody, from the Death Sonata, like, that's annoying to deal with.
I mean, we talk about how the Hilda could have a very good advantage up against the Barats, but what Barats did is very, very good. He ignored the Hilda. I'm just gonna clear my lanes and I'm gonna group up with my team. Whoever is in front, I'm gonna use my Detona's Welcome, and I know that my Granger have the damage, my Aurora have the damage, and no one can get out because, again, with the Spear of Alpha, with the Aurora as well, no one can get out once I've used my Detona's Welcome.
Yeah, the only thing is I saw that in Celio, they didn't have an angle to go in, right? They want to start a fight. They do. But where? The moment they use the diversion, they all know. Like, the Granger can open the map a mile away, and then grabbing Bankai on the Barats, you can't instantly kill the guy. And even the Shenlin on that Khalid.
The Khalid, man.
It's always around. Nothing is a surprise.
I mean, the Khalid could be the MVP, the hidden MVP as well, as you mentioned. Being able to roam a lot more well and to be able to give out good information. Okay, we have Lowy over here. We have Justinians over there. The diversion has not been used yet. The diversion has been used, so be careful. All of this kind of information are being used well by the Mongols to be able to come up, okay, what's our next move?
Yeah, right now we got to look at itemization for both teams, and honestly, I immediately want to look at its Granger build because everyone is wondering how you build a Granger. I didn't thought that the Granger needs a Malefic gun because I thought the Rhapsody and the...
it's a long range.
And the Death Sonata is already a long range, but maybe he just wants more reliable basic attacks here. But again, we have to see what other gold laners will use on their Granger. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the build that RenXK has been using. Looks like he prioritized the Malefic gun, the Blade of Despair, and then afterwards going for the Hunter Strike for defense, going up against Justinian, picking up the Rose Gold Meteor, and interestingly enough, the War Axe.
That is
interesting.
Quite very interesting, to be fair, and I would hope we can get somewhat of an answer from him or even from the coaches why the War Axe was built. Is it a very crucial item, or is it a snowball item for Granger once you're up ahead quite a lot, right? Um, and again, immortality just a layer of defense. He knows that not necessarily nobody can catch him on the backside, but even if Justinian gets away into him, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Justinian have to deal with a good amount of damage by Aurora, by Alpha, by Khalid as well. And speaking of Khalid, just a good all-around defensive item to be able to withstand a good amount of damage and also to stay alive for him to be able to roam as much as he did.
Maniac as well. Look at him, 0-6 and 0, very low gold. Like, I don't know how they shut down Maniac, but they were able to do it. And because of that, he wasn't able to really have that big of an impact in the game. Maybe that's the build. Maybe just, I don't know. Like, I feel like the damage is good, but what I really like that ReNXK brought to the table was vision, extra vision. Just Death Sonata on every single bush, and then you'll figure out if someone's there or not.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Granger...
Maybe that's why you pick up the War Axe, because if you hit someone, you get War Axe stack. So when you see a stack go up, then you know someone's there. Maybe. I'm just, you know.
Yeah, that could be a good shout as well. That could be bushes without entering the bush is a very, very advantageous stuff that you would have on your side up against, again, a Louis with diversion. And honestly, from the get-go, it's, I would say, one-way traffic for the Mongols, securing the neutral objective, 3 lords, and also 2 turtles from the get-go. Again, having Aurora, having Khalid, and having Alpha. I question a lot on how they're gonna catch Justinian, on how they're gonna catch the Hilda with the mobility that she has. But it's proven that's not a problem. We just play with our own strength. We group up together, we are very strong in team fight, and we layer our ultimates one and another.
Yeah, ReNXK dealing the most amount of damage there. 67,000 damage. Again, most of it is probably just poking around, but again, we can see that his build definitely did a lot of damage here. Shenli took a lot of damage. Bankai as well, being very strong frontliners. Maniac, 134,000 damage taken. He took a beating in this game, and someone has to, right? Someone has to. Lovely tries to set up for those engages, but unable to. For now, we got to look at the MVP for this game. And honestly, for Mongols, it could go on to anyone. Everyone performed extremely well, but we got to give it to ReNXK. 67.7 total damage dealt for 1 and 11. And again, if you guys want to know the build, that's the build.
I mean, this could be the next sort of item for any Granger users out there who are going to be using Granger on the gold lane side. And one good point that Lafell did mention on how the gold laner Granger is very effective, on how he can collect all the stacks really fast and effective, efficient as well, and to be able to just spam the Death Sonata as well as the Rhapsody, and also with the War Axe, you get more stacks with every single hit from the Rhapsody or the Death Sonata.
Yeah, again, looking at the highlights, man, ReNXK is so good. So good. But yeah, the Granger, look at him just poking around. One of the, I would say, weaknesses of a Granger compared to most marksmen is that he is skill-based. Yep. Skill shot based. So you can miss your skill shots and someone can body block your skill shot. So he's amazing going up against front lines, but going up against back lines is going to be more and more difficult. This is amazing by the team. Everyone just jumped in, Raging Sandstorm, and look, he opened up the map. It's like, oh, someone's there. But no, the reaction is so fast. Maybe they know.
They know.
They know.
They know. This is somehow they know. She knows.
She knows.
She knows. Because immediately the Khalid opened up the Raging Sandstorm without knowing someone was there. Or that timing could be very much similar with the Death Sonata. So honestly, I would like to feel, or I would like to think that they know. They know that somebody is there in that particular bush, and at the end of the day, honestly, it was a very good all-around gameplay by the Mongols, and yes, it was a bit of a shock kind of a performance by Incelio. Maybe they were shocked as well, not expecting this kind of gameplay, this kind of aggression coming from the Mongols, but hey, this is the wild card.
She knows. She knows. And I know she knows. By the way, Granger might be a thing. Granger might legit be a thing. Day number 1, we didn't see any Granger, but after what ReNXK has been showing, it could be good. Yeah. And you know what is good? You know what is good, Adin?
What is good? Tell me.
Hello Panda, sedap betul biskuitnya. Something like that. This is Hello Panda. Fill your game with Hello Panda crunchy biscuits filled with creamy chocolate, or in our case, this is strawberry. The ultimate snack to keep you energized. Level up your day and visit Hello Panda's website for more. Hello Panda, Hello Panda.
It's.
I'll figure out the rest of the verse sooner or later.
Cause
give me one more day. Give me one more day. One more day. I'll get it.
You look so manly with the suit and all, right? I mean, you look stunning as well. But when you sing the Hello Panda, it's just it doesn't.
Hey yo, what's the shade? What's the shade?
Use that
real man.
Use that
real
voice.
Man.
Use that voice and sing the song.
A real man eats Hello Panda. Hello Panda, enak benar. Biskuitnya. Something like that.
Honestly, it's a
like
very good snack. Very quick, very easy to eat as well. And yes, it does keep us energized for the next game because it's gonna be very important. Imagine a world where the Mongols win.
Imagine a world
Where Mongols win 2-0.
where Mongols win 2-0.
What would happen?
What would happen? You have to try it. You gotta have a cinematic voice.
Yeah, I can't.
You know,
I just-
okay.
I
For
just
example,
can't.
for NXK, we asked, after boot camping in the Philippines and MY, what do you think about each region? And this is his voice. Philippines ranked games are harder. MY ranked games feel easier. Wow. The scrims, on the other hand, are hard in both countries. But overall, I like Malaysia more.
I don't like the emoji. It doesn't feel like he's
it doesn't
serious.
feel authentic.
You know, it doesn't feel like he was serious about it.
Yeah.
I like Malaysia, you know. Do you-
Shout out to Niso, by the way. Niso probably likes the cinematic.
Hey,
voice.
no.
In a world. All right, go ahead.
Wait, we have one more. We have one more. You can use it again.
Oh, we have one more. All right, this night is from Coach G. How did you end up coaching for Incilio? Hey, all right. Before this, I joined IHC as a temporary coach. It was in Almaty that I met Incilio. IHC and Incilio were scream buddies then. Coach Ren, head coach for Team Spirit, also recommended me to them. Most of the coaching was done online and due to the time zone difference. Practice sessions for me ran from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.
8
Damn.
a.m. to 4 a.m.
Damn. Sounds like a gamer's life.
Such a gamer's life that
I gotta stop using this voice.
I cannot relate at all, honestly. 8 p.m.
I need water.
4. That is almost 12 hours of practice / training session. That's crazy, but hey, that is the sacrifice that you have to make to be the best, to be one of the best as well. So props to Coach G right there, and I'm happy that he has his opportunity right now with Incilio.
Shout out to Trax. Apparently he wants me to do a cowboy voice.
Oh.
I don't know, partner. Yeehaw all the way. All right, we're going to draft. No. I'm not gonna get myself into trouble.
Yeah.
We're going into the draft here, Adi. We're going into the draft.
Okay, I'm glad you did not continue down that path, that road. Okay, drafting phase for game number 2 right now.
Sir,
How will Incilio bounce back, or how will Incilio respond to the aggression that the Mongols have provided in game number 1? We started with Mongols will be on the first pick, as well as Incilio will have the benefit of the second pick. And to be fair, again, 66 win rate for second pick teams. This could be good for Incilio, but
Yeah.
if Gatot and Chow has been banned out, meanwhile Incilio banning out the Jushin again, 100% ban rate, as well as the Fanny.
Yep. Fanny, Jushin, banned out. Still leaving quite a lot of things here open. I wonder if Incilio wants to take away the alpha, because so far, Zetsu. Oh, now I'm starting to see the theme. Zetsu, Bankai,
is picking.
they like Bleach.
Ah,
They like Bleach.
I mean, that is the most easiest way for you to pick out an IGN, right? Just pick whatever you like to watch. You know, it could be a TV show or a movie. And just pick one of the main characters, or one of the characters within that particular movie or that show.
I was talking about the alpha, but I was thinking Incilio would pick it up, but it looks like they're batting it out themselves. So I wonder if Mongols, they pick up an essential jungler here. What else is open?
Hilda still.
Oh, Hilda is still open, but they're taking their time. They're wondering, is it worth it? High loss, they prefer the high loss over the Hilda, or maybe they're just like, Maniac Hilda. What's the big deal?
I don't like the win rate of I lost just now. 29% win rate, 7 times being picked up. That's not good. I would hope that that number increases even further right now. Incilio again, doubling down on the Hilda once again with the Suyo.
Yeah, okay, so the CEO, he can be a little bit more aggressive, hopefully, because so far we saw the Joy didn't really have a good time actually going for a lot of early trades. Wonder if he will change that up. Now the Mongols still with the high loss, they can switch it up. It can be XP, it can be Rome. They were able to take down the Hilda by picking up the Barats. If they don't pick it up now, then it could get banned out. But it looks like they're not picking it up at all because they're going to opt for the Khalid as well as the Aurora. So this, actually, no, they can swap. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I like the saying that goes, you know, if it's not broken, why would you want to fix it? So again, the Khalid and the Aurora did well in the first game, proven that how they played, they could get a very good result out of it. So again, using it for game number 2, could be the same job desk, could be the same responsibility by the Khalid. Roam around, give information, provide vision as well, to be able to plan out your next movement, especially when it comes to those turtle team fights or even the Lord team fights right now.
No, actually, I was corrected. I was thinking of Ichigo's sword, but Zetsu could also be Naruto.
Of the villain.
Yeah,
the black,
the black and white guy.
Yeah.
The yin yang guy.
But then
Kaguya,
again,
I don't like Kaguya.
But then again, you have Bankai over there, so like, it's
I think
towards-
Zetsu's in Bleach too.
I think so as well. I don't
Okay,
know.
Granger
Okay,
band.
okay, yeah,
Granger band. Right?
Good band.
Granger band.
I like the band. Don't give anything comfortable for
Wait.
Renexki.
But okay, so Renek's case so far, he hasn't used the same hero twice, if I believe. He used the 1-1, and then he used the Melissa, and then he used the Granger. If he wants to, I mean, he doesn't need a hero like Granger because again, the Louis is not there. It's always good to open up the map, but it's not necessary now because you're not going up against a Louis.
I mean, you're going up against a Hilda as well, who likes bushes a lot. You know, you're just gonna hide in there and just come out at any given point of time to be able to catch any particular members of the opposing side of guard. So, yes, it would nice to have someone with a long range kind of skill. Leela could do that as well. Mia could do that.
Honestly, Mia is an okay shout. However, I kind of feel like going up against Hilda might still be a problem. Because the Hilda can just chase after the Mia.
But you could pick up again a Nathan, you know, be safe.
Honestly, like I don't doubt that Renex K has such a big hero pool because so far he has not picked the same hero twice. So he might surprise us again here today. We talk about the Clint, maybe the Clint. I'm not so sure Clint is a good matchup here with the current 3 heroes that Coach G pick up for Encilio, but still, it's an option.
I do agree.
Maybe he can pick up the Beatrix.
I mean, not you. I would say me myself doubted the possibility of their draft in game number 1, and I was proven wrong. So I would be happy to be proven wrong once again right now by the
Matilda
Mongols
is open
with whatever they pick up. I mean, Matilda is open if they do want to pick it up. Are they gonna pick it up? No.
Well, they're
not
still
yet, not
hiding.
yet.
I mean, like, what are the chances that Mongols pick up the Matilda, right?
Yeah,
They already have a Khalid, they already have a
True.
Hyla, so yeah.
What kind of a jungle are we thinking right now for the side of the Mongols? Fedrin is still there. Yes, Alpha has been banned out. You could go for a Nolan if you want to go for an assassin. I can hear a Beatrix right there. Okay, consistent BC damage, consistent gold laner. A very safe pick, I would say, for Renexki. But the jungle side right now, I think it's gonna be an assassin.
Okay, you know what? People are fighting about anime. I'm not going to be a part of it. And yeah, we were talking about Beatrix, and there you go. Beatrix has been picked up. Again, you can do the same thing as a Granger. You can open up the map and long range as well. Does relatively well against Bruno. Ooh. And Julian. We haven't seen the pick so far. Looks like the Mongols are the real wild cards here. They're picking up heroes that so far hasn't been used. Oh, never mind. Akai. Akai's here. Hello, Panda. Hello, Panda. Betul, Iskunya. I think I'm wrong, but the jingle is there. Yeah. It is correct. All right, there you go.
Good job. Good job right there. So 2 heroes that we have not seen so far in wildcard, Jillian as well as the Akai getting picked up for both of these teams right now. I am much more interested in Akai. I mean, I'm biased of a tech hero, so I would like to say how the Akai does well or not up against the lineup of the Mongols.
You gotta believe, Adi, you gotta believe, because the start of yesterday went all 3 games. This one, I'm looking forward to go all 3 games as well. Right now, Zetsu with the Julian, and now seeing the Akai on the hands of Lovely. Incilio coming in as the favorites, losing game number 1. Can they redeem themselves? Can they push us to game number 3? Welcome to the land of Dawn.
Pushing for greatness right now for both of these teams. The Mongols, they do have a lifeline somehow right now. Being able to win the first game gives them a boost of momentum for this game number 2. But Incilio, as we all know, they won't go down without a fight. They have to take a leap of faith, being a bit more aggressive in game number 2. And that could all change with the Akai, with the heavy spin as well, being able to catch out the Mongols offside. But let's take a look at the emblem. Anything interesting so
Oh yeah,
far?
for sure. Looking more aggressive here coming in from the Mongols.
The Mongols. Yeah. I mean, I would say that the lineup that they have right now, I would say they would want to go aggressive, right? With the Julian. Again, a kind of similar as game number 1. But game number 1, they had Alpha, Aurora, Khalid. Right now, they have Julian, Aurora, Khalid. Same ideas, same kind of responsibility as well as job desk. But does that mean same result? That is the bigger question right now.
Well, we have to see if Incilio can be a little bit more aggressive with this one, because the big change is the jungler from a Joy now to a Suyo. And as well with this Akai, because we don't know whether this Akai, the Akai can be played multiple ways. Number 1, it can be more aggressive, catching people out by the heavy spin, or using the heavy spin to peel for your backline. So that's the question that we need to see. How is Lovely going to be using this one? Is it going to be pinning people down or pushing people away?
But what I like about Incilio between this game and game number 1 right now, they do have a way to start team fight with Lovely, right? Game number 1, they would have to react what the Mongols use upon that. But right now, they could be in the upper hand, or they could be the one who would start the move first. And as we take a look right now, Turtle has been started by Justinian, but on the backside, Shenlin.
Oh, first blood by Ridix K. Unsure how that happened, but Justinian still able to secure the turtle. And now Justinian able to catch Zetsu. Looks like Maniac is trying to run away. It looks like the rest of Incilio wants to disengage. Lovely, able to get out of that. Shenlin, without the level 4, unable to re-engage with the Raging Sandstorm.
Regardless what happened on the top side or the Turtle team fight, bigger question is what happened on the bot side just now. Dawn getting first blood by Renex K and immediately picking up the Malefic gun as the first item. So, you know, same old by Renex K.
Hey, Renex K is redeeming himself, man. Yesterday, he did good, but he made a game-losing mistakes. And this day, he's like, nah, fam, I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be getting those MVPs. We're going to win against Incilio, and he's doing well.
I'm kind of afraid as this game progresses. Wait, hold on.
Yes, Flicker.
Shotgun.
Oh, no.
Okay,
He's not doing it.
You're pressuring him. You're pressuring him.
I'll shut up.
Okay. So right now, Reneski, I mean, okay, so far he's not like sacrificing his life for nothing right there. Yes, being aggressive is quite good because not allowing the Bruno or Dawn to be able to farm up well could be a very, very good point for the Mongols right now. On the top side, Bankai have to use the Glorious Pathway defensively right now.
For now, it does look like Incilio, they're not being all that active. They're not proactive, they're being more reactive. Even though they were able to grab the turtle earlier, but I don't know. So far, they're not really using Lovely to start a fight. Yeah. It's more about, I guess, pushing people away.
I'm kind of afraid a little bit because you have a very, very good early game hero with Suyo as well as Lovely being able to pin anyone down. But as you mentioned, they're not using that at all in these early stages. They're just farming up, you know, allowing Justinian to get a few more levels, a few more items, as well as Bruno. So this could bite them back when we enter the mid-game stage where the Mongols are much more superior.
To be fair, it's gonna hard to pin them down. The only way that they can do it if Zetsu goes in and then he pins him down with the heavy spin. Maniac is on the back line. So right now, Mongols, they're actually trapped on both ends, but it looks like they're the ones being a little bit more uncomfortable. On left and right, you got Lovely as well as Maniac. So they're actually caught in some sort of a semicircle here. It looks like they're not going to get baited in. They're not going to be taking free damage from either side.
I mean, the fact that both EXP laners are just ignoring their own lanes right now, focusing on this turtle, and neither of them are, you know, brave enough to start this fight. They're just hovering around, waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right timing as well, or one of these members slips up or make a mistake. That is at the time they could pounce. So I'm not too sure how long can they be patient about this. They need to start a fight. They need to do something right now, or else it's just gonna be a back and forth fight.
Well, Justinian try. Oh, Mickey flickers forward, unable to catch anyone with the Frigid Glacier. So far, no one is caught by Incilio. Incilio is looking very safe. It looks like no one is gonna start something. You were right. You were right, Adine. Mongols, they tried to start something, but Incilio was able to escape. So no aggression is gonna come from Mongols.
Nope, Justinian, yeah. That was a... I don't blame him trying to get a kill, but you still have to remember Aurora have the passive, and right now,
Lovely flickers in, able to catch one, taking a bit of time, but Zetsu eventually falls. Shenlin, is he gonna try and get this turtle? It's not gonna be worth it, buddy. Reaper secures the turtle for the team. Bankai flanks, but no fight is gonna continue. They're just gonna protect the mid lane.
I was gonna like give credits and props to the Mongols right there. Being able to catch Justinian out was really, really good. And I thought that, okay, this could be an easy turtle for the Mongols, but Lovely had other plans right there. Being able to pin down Zetsu right there and immediately kill him. But in the mid side,
looks like Lovely has been caught. Miki will secure the kill. Not really catching with the Frigid Glacier, but still caught nonetheless. Oh, Riddick K! Oh, he's too far forward. He's gonna get taken down by Don't. But no, Shenlin goes on to Don't as well as Maniac. But looks like the Mongols, they don't want to overstay their welcome. Now even the Suyo is there. Bankai gets caught by the Frigid Glacier. And now he's gonna get taken down as well by Justinian.
A very good macro gameplay by Zetsu, knowing that fights are happening on the bot side, so focusing on the top side is the decision that was made by Zetsu to be able to balance it out so far. But Mongols, RenXK, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful being too aggressive without having the knowledge of is anyone there on my left-hand side, and that punish him really, really bad right there. Or else, I mean, it could be a free kill for him to be able to get that Bruno.
Yeah, in game number one, showing some sort of spider sense. This game, not really there. Justinian now having the War Axe. So 2 items on, well, Justinian. So far, Zetsu is still waiting on the second item. Looks like he is going to build that Feather of Heaven. So far, yeah, in terms of the items, everyone is basically equal. No big goal difference by either team. And Silu is ahead by 500, but it's more or less just one component.
Okay, right now it's much more closer comparing to the first game just now on the 8th minute mark. Incilio have the lead, but only by so much, 300 gold on their side. But Lovely, gotta be careful right there. Yes, you are tanky, but if RenXK gets a few more items, those basic attacks is gonna deal a good amount of damage against that Panda.
Yeah, Justinian finds RenXK, so RenXK has to be a little bit more careful here, make sure he doesn't get caught again. Definitely Zetsu, because yeah, Zetsu has to be careful as well, because he's been caught once by Lovely, and maybe that's the goal of the game. Lovely, you just look at Zetsu, everyone else, just let someone else handle.
And Zetsu gotta be careful as well if he wants to try to get this retribution off, but Glorious Pathway has been opened up.
Now looks like Maniac tries to find an angle, unable to get it. So far, Bankai hasn't gotten anyone with his ult. Same as Lovely. Lovely still holding on to his heavy spin. Now Don't having that Malefic gun, he can start poking from afar. Oh, he flickers forward. Frigid Glacier onto 2. And now RenXK able to take down Reaper. Lovely trying to pin them down, but Zetsu grabs the kill. Don't doesn't have enough damage. Justinian as well, trying to find an angle. Maniac. All 3 members of Incilio looking for a way to actually engage into a fight, because the Mongols, they're only at half HP, but no one can move forward.
I know that yesterday's play of the game is an Aurora. Today could be another Aurora as well. That 2-3-man Frigid Glacier was super on point to start out those team fight, but right now, Incilio!
Yeah, Maniac was able to get a kill. Shendin went a little bit too far forward because looking at the HPs here in Celio, they're very healthy. The Mongols, they gotta be careful. Even Reaper is here now. Can they make that miracle play again?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Incilio would have this lot covered as well. Maniac gonna fall down to the Frigid Glacier. But honestly, that was very, very good by Incilio. Yes, they were caught up by the Frigid Glacier earlier on, but as you mentioned, they were much more healthier when that fight progresses even further. And the Mongols right there, they loses out that team fight just because their HP just wasn't there. And also, on the bot side, was pushing in on their next turret. So, Incilio, having the first slot, they need to be able to get back the momentum, especially the map control on the 10-minute mark.
That was the wins of Incilio. They forced the Mongols to engage, and then once they've used all their skills, they can start and they can actually win the fight. And that's what they did just now. They were being very patient and they were able to find an angle. Now Justinian is able to get away from Zetsu as well, but he has to be careful because they're chasing after him. But again, Suyo has a lot of dashes. He'll be fine.
That was very, very calculated by Justinian, being able to know that I do have one more set of skill to run away from any kind of crowd control, and he used that to a T, I would say. But let's take a look at the damage dealt right now. Justinian is going to be on the top charts with 35,000, and follow up by XK by 32,000. I mean, it's not a lot, but yes, still, it is something, I would say so.
Yeah, 11 minutes in the game, not bad. XK now having the Demon Hunter Sword, probably for Maniac, just in case if he starts being a bigger nuisance. I would say Maniac is already doing a lot. Same can be said from Lovely as well. So yeah, I can respect the early Demon Hunter Sword here because the front lines is causing so much problems. The back lines they can deal with. It's just the front lines that's becoming an issue here.
Yeah, I'm more focusing towards on this mid to late game right now. Who would have the better, I would say, kind of lineups and heroes? And honestly, the answer to that is quite 50-50. It all depends on how they use the advantage that they have to be able to start team fight or to be able to catch anyone off guard. Because on the side of Incilio, Valentina on the late game could poses a good amount of magical damage, and with whatever spell that she steals, that could be another bonus advantage. Yes, Suyo falls off a bit on the late game stage, but with Akai being able to pin anyone down, with Hilda posing threat on the back line, Incilio does have pretty good late game. In comparison to Mongols, they do have to rely upon the raw damage of Beatrix being a true marksman. Miki, Aurora, you would always want to rely on the crowd control, but right now, team fight has begun. Shenlin.
Glorious pathway where Reaper is able to get out of there. Lovely using the heavy spin, trying to separate Shenlin, but he's able to get out of there. So far, the Mongols started the fight, but Incilio is able to escape from it, and now the Lord has spawned. Most members have used their ultimate, so this is probably just going to be a dance, waiting for their skills to come back online, and then probably try to start a fight again.
A dance with the rhythm of Incilio, but oh, hold on, Miki.
Another flicker into Frigid Glacier. They're able to get a Lovely. So far, that's the only casualty, and looks like Incilio, they don't mind losing Lovely for that trade.
But the bot side right now, as well as the top side, is pushing against the Mongols right now. So the Mongols have to take care of their wave. The wave management is very, very important, and Incilio could use this to just buy time for Lovely to be able to respond back and join back the team fight on this top side. So Mongols, if they want to do, they have to do it quick, and they have to do it now.
Yeah, looks like Reaper had to use the flicker to get out of the engage coming in from the Mongols. Shenlin now having the Raging Sandstorm, probably waiting for Incilio to group up for him to use it.
I would want to see the Mongols, once they won that small skirmishes, being able to get one out, just push the bot side. Don't focus on the Lord.
Oh, the Lord is getting focused on, and Justinian tilts it away. Shut down, Mankey. Maniac grabs a double kill. The Mongols made a mistake, and Incilio capitalizes on it. Bunkai gets taken down by the Reaper. Only Shenlin survives. Incilio wins it all.
The imposter, the Lord was the imposter right there, knocking up 3 men of the Mongols and allowing Incilio to just move forward, fluidity on their side. And with that one movement, with that one mistake by the Mongols, it cost them game number 2, and we are heading to game number 3.
We got a match on our hands here, folks. Yesterday we started with 3 games, and today we'll be continuing the first game, the first match of the day, with 3 games as well. Incilio able to take down the Mongols, and now it's match point for both teams.
I want to take a look at the replay, especially that last Lord, because that one Incilio had to do nothing. They just had to wait it out. And the fact that the Mongols had to take upon the crowd control from the Lord, again, 3-man knockup, it wasn't what they wanted right there. I mean, being able to stay quite long was quite good, but once the Lord knocked them up, I would say it was over for them. Such an easy way for Incilio to just go in, dish out the damage, and just the icing on the cake was the Lord Steal. I wouldn't say Lord Steal, but the Lord 50-50 was able to be won by Incilio.
You know what, that's just RNG, man. Like, I honestly, even I didn't notice the Lord knocked them up, but if that really happened, then, you know what, GG's Lord. You made this game 3 possible for Incilio. But I gotta say, Makey was very proactive.
Yeah,
a lot of times, like the moment the flicker is up, use the flicker, Frigid Glacier. Sometimes you're able to get multiple members, but in the final moments, only able to get Lovely. And again, Incilio, they're okay playing without Lovely on that. Like, their draft doesn't depend on Lovely. They can still play around without him being there.
Yeah, I mean, for the Mongols right there, I did mention about once they get at least 1 kill, 2 kills, I would want them to focus on the bot side, because their bot side was losing. They hadn't had the chance to get at least the tier 1 turrets yet. And they lost because of the wave management on the top side. On the bot side was pushing against them. So they had a lot of things to cover. They have the Lord to be able to, you know, kite around. They need to handle their top side. They need to handle their bot side. So all of these things crumble upon the Mongols, and they couldn't come up with a good result, especially when it comes to those Lord team fights or even the Turtle team fights.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but even when you're playing games, you have chores to do. You got to do some house cleaning there, and they weren't ticking the boxes. I do agree, like, they don't have to force the Lord. Someone has to keep an eye on the Lord, but everyone else, they can start moving the map around. But now let's look at the itemizations here. And again, looking at the draft, I would say it's pretty equal. We have new pickups here in the wildcard, both the Julian as well as the Akai. I would say neither really had that flashy of a showing. 1-3-2 and 1-3-5, but again, they served their purpose. They were like, we can see Lovely. If you have an opportunity, catch Zetsu. If you don't, just push people away. Make sure that Don't doesn't get caught. Make sure that Reaper doesn't get caught.
Yeah, well, Lovely did have one good moment early on the game where he managed to catch Zetsu, and everyone from the Incilio side just, you know, dished damage upon him and kill him off, and that made Incilio get the first turtle earlier in the game. But taking a look at the item, I like how the Malefic gun is, you know, becoming much more of the priority item right now. Even the Bruno as well as the Beatrix pick it up early on the stage to be able to withstand or to be able to survive the laning phase even much more efficiently. Looking at Justinian, of course, you will want to go for the Blade of Despair, the Hunter Stride, as well as the Malefic Roar. Not much complaint by me so far by how Incilio played. You know, just stick with your own gameplay, wait for the right timing, and wait for Lovely to be able to catch anyone out. If no, it's okay. We just have to kite around, because again, that is Incilio's specialty.
Folks, put your votes in. Do we put the play of the day over to the Lord, knocking 3 people up? We've seen Zetsu on the Julian couldn't get a 3-man knockup. Even Minotaurs, we don't see a lot of Minotaurs nowadays, but
Akai could get a 3-man heavy speed.
Yeah, but the Lord, man, the Lord got a 3-man knockup. Shout out to the Lord, shout out to the Lord. And now both Mongols as well as Incilio, they got to prepare for game number 3. where we have to see if they have more surprises. It looks like Shenlin on this Khalid, they roughly understand how to work with it. And maybe the Khalid is strong against the Luyi that they were trying to use. Maybe against Reaper on the Valentina. He kind of doesn't care.
I mean, also having the knowledge of the first game, Incilio adapted well on how Shannon plays and how well that he roams around the map and just, I wouldn't say necessarily hard counter the Khalid roam, but just play much more better, not giving too much information. Also, the reaction time by Incilio was much more faster now. That the fact that, okay, we lose one side, we gain on the other hand.
So this game for Mongols, it's unfortunate, but look at Zetsu. Only 14,000 damage dealt. To put that into perspective, Bankai did 11,000 and Shenlin did 16,000.
Yeah.
When the roamer does more damage than your jungler, and your jungler isn't like a Fredrin, it's a Julian.
Yeah.
Julian can deal damage, but this does show that he does not have a lot of angles for him to actually go in and fight against Incilio. So maybe that's something that they need to adjust. Unsure whether Zetsu is not comfortable on the Julian or just with this draft it's very difficult.
Yeah. Honestly, that's quite surprising as well. But right now, let's take a look at our MVP for game number 2. Is gonna be the Hilda used by Maniac 3, 1, and 5 in terms of KDA right now. Not much, I would say not much, sorry. He doesn't need to be flashy, he doesn't need to be fancy, just good, do a good amount of job.
Dude, he glow up. This is a
Yeah.
glow up. He went from 0, 6, and 0 to now 3, 1, and 5.
I agree.
Yeah, so this
With the
time,
same hero, right?
yeah, same hero,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
hero on the Hilda, except this time he wasn't against the Barats.
Yep,
So
true.
maybe the Mongols was trying to be a little bit too fancy here. And ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear here. The Mongols need to win. Because if Mongols lose here, high chance they will be eliminated.
Agree.
So whether they want to or not, if they want to go to M6, they got to win against Incilio.
They have to bring back that game 1 performance and how they played really, really well.
Oh, this is a mistake by Renexk.
Yeah, being too overconfident, I would say, not knowing where the teammates of Incilio are would be the death of them. Yeah, that was the 3-man knockout right there. That was very, very unfortunate for the Mongols. The fact that they stood next to each other, got knocked out between one and another, and again, easy pathway for Incilio to start a team fight and to end that team fight, as well as end the game immediately.
So that was Maniac's highlight, but let me bring up something.
Sorry, yep.
Do you remember high loss win rate and you were sad with
Yeah,
the fact that high loss win
27.
rate seems a bit
Yeah.
low? Yeah, well, that game didn't help it out. Another loss for the high loss.
No, such a good hero.
It's a good hero.
I really like Hylos with the Thunderbelt, so good. But I mean, those are in ranked games. You know, in competition level, it's much more different. Of course, I do understand that. But you know, as a tank player, just a bit sad.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe the Barats is a better answer because Bankai is such a playmaker. He starts the fights, and he can start fights with high loss for sure. But when he's in the Barats, he's able to actually catch someone, put it in his tummy, and then able to get almost a confirmed kill. With a high loss, you don't get a confirmed kill. It's hard for you to be a high loss and be like, Bankai! Is Chip no longer a priority pick? Apparently no, not pick it or ban.
I mean, now that you know Yves has been buffed, is super strong. Fanny is gonna always be one of the priority ban. Yuxin surprisingly is a priority ban in wildcard.
she's so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't want to fight against a Jushin.
Like you have so many others hero that are much more, I would say, important and much more.
No, you know what?
It
You know
takes
what?
the priority of the banning list.
Chip is not that great.
Seriously?
Biscuits are better.
I agree.
All right, there you go. That's another elevator shout out.
I
you know?
agree. I agree.
I'm overdoing it, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. I love snacks. I love snacks.
Or is it because
Biscuits are better. Biscuits are better. Okay,
Or-
zoom in again. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
specifically Hello Panda?
We'll eat this in game number 2.
I'm so hungry right now. But anyways, or maybe we haven't seen teams who are, you know, well synchronized between one another use chip yet.
I mean, honestly, people can be hiding it. Now that we brought it up, it's probably going to come out in game number 3.
Yeah.
Knowing how everything has been in motion, it could happen. It could happen.
It could happen. I would like to see more Grigio maybe for Renexcape. Played really, really well in game number 1 just now. I still want to see Farsa in the wildcard stage. I think she can dish a good amount of damage with the burst that she has. But of course, the positioning would be the main worrying thing about a Farsa. Well, Chip could be another discussion as well. So far, we have not seen any presence of Chip yet, except for being banned. 6 out of 9 games, 66%. Other than that, in terms of hero, yeah, I mean there are a few, but that one is a bit
Nah, I
of
mean, like,
outlier, I would say.
I think we have a higher chance to see it in Swiss stage because I feel like Philippine teams and Malaysian teams, they
Especially
like
best
to
of one.
Hmm?
Especially in best of one.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I legit don't know because Chip can be that the X factor. Like
Yep.
once you see it, then there's nothing you can do about